In this, our today's topic of discussion is latest trends in operations management. Friends, we have already discussed about what is the operations management. In operations management, we transform the inputs into the outputs. Inputs can be man, machine, material, money. It can be anything. And with the transformation process, we get the output. That is the products and the services. But how can we make our customer would be a happy customer? For that, we have already discussed the operations strategy. In the operations strategy, we have to make some strategies regarding the planning, designing, controlling, and if there is any improvement required, we again go to the inputs and make some improvements to make our customer happy. So these are the trends of the operations management. They are the different points through which we can upgrade our operations management and make our customer a happy customer. So operations management is the process in which resources and inputs are converted into more useful products. In the light of the global competition, many recent trends in operations management have evolved that have impact on manufacturing firms. Like first point is flexibility, the ability to adapt quickly to changes in volumes of demand, in the product mix demanded, and in product design or the delivery schedules has become a more competitive strategy and a competitive advantage to the firms. This is sometimes called the agile manufacturing. This means the companies have to be flexible in nature, like according to the customer requirements or demand or the new technology upgradation, we need to be upgrade also so that the customer would be satisfied. Now here the agile manufacturing means that means according to the customer requirements or demand, we have to design our product or the services. Nowadays we are using the agile manufacturing as well. Next is total quality management, that is known as the TQM. TQM approach has been adopted by many firms to achieve customer satisfaction by a never-ending quest for improving the quality of goods and services. Like TQM describes a management approach to long-term success and through the customer satisfaction also. It's an organization-wide efforts where employees continuously improve their ability to provide the products and services that will fulfill the customer expectations. Next is time reduction. Time reduction, that means to gain the competitive advantage. What we need to do, we have to minimize the time while in the manufacturing or to fulfill the demands of the customers. What we can do, we can give them the quicker delivery in a shorter lead time. When we are having the competitors in the market with the same price, with the same quality, how we can differentiate ourselves from the competitors? So the delivery plays an important role. Who delivers it first? So with these parameters, we can reduce the time and we can gain the competitive advantage also. So reduction of manufacturing cycle time and speed to market for a new product provide a competitive edge to a firm over other firms. When companies can provide products at the same price and quality, quicker delivery, we can say the short lead time provide one firm competitive advantage over the other. Coming to the next, that is worker involvement. Worker involvement, the recent trends is to assign responsibility for decision making and problem solving to the lower levels in the organization. This is known as employee involvement, or we can say the empowerment. Example for this, the employees empowerment are quality circle and use of work teams or the quality improvement teams. Now worker involvement, as the name indicates, in any work what we are going to do, we involve our employees also. our workers also. And the quality circle, it is a group of the workers or employees. They meet regularly to identify and to analyze and to solve the work related problem. That is the worker involvement. Next is business process reengineering. Business process reengineering, that company starts with a blank sheet of paper. In the business process reengineering, that means we are process our business with some rethinking of it, redesigning of it. So the company start with a blank sheet of paper and rethink existing process to deliver more value to the customer. So BPR involves the drastic measures or breakthrough improvements to improve the performance of a firm. It involves the concept of clean state approach or starting from a scratch in redesigning in business processes. That means if we want to redesign our structure, redesign our firm, the business process reengineering is required. Next is global marketplace. Global marketplace global market is not limited to a specific geographic locations, but rather involves the exchange of goods, service and labor anywhere in the world. Like we take an example for this. A business may located in India, but it may purchase some parts or the components for one of its product from any other country also. That is global marketplace. That means we are marketing our product globally and we can also purchase the components of the product from anywhere in the other countries also. So globalization of business has compelled many manufacturing firms to have operations in many countries where they have certain economic advantage. Yes, of course, we can have our business in other countries also where we can get the economic advantage. This has resulted in a steep increase in the level of the competition. That's why the competition is also increased among the manufacturing firms throughout the world. Because there may be a competition and there will be a competition in the market. The competitors are competing each other with the quality, on the basis of the quality, the pricing and some other factors also. So that the customer will get better and better. Next is operations strategy. Yes, we have already discussed about the operations strategy. More and more firms are recognizing the importance of operations strategy for overall success of their business and the necessity for relating it to their overall business strategy also. So operations strategy plays a vital role because to gain the competitive advantage we have to place strategies. Strategies on this, it will start from the initial stage, that is the planning, organizing and all these steps also. Next is lean production. Now we're talking about the lean production. It aims to cut cost by making the business more efficient and responsive to market needs. What we can do that the cost must be cut off and we have to satisfy the market needs as well. So production system have become lean production system which have minimal amount of produce, a high volume of high quality goods with some variety. These systems use flexible manufacturing system and multi-skilled workforce to have advantage of both mass production and the job production. That means we have to cut off the cost, but make in mind that we have to also satisfy the customer. We have to give them the quality product also. And to gain for this, we need the flexible manufacturing system. Flexible manufacturing system, that means according to the customer requirements, we can change the manufacturing system also. And multi-skilled workforce. And to gain the advantage for the mass production. If we are going to produce the mass product or the job production, that means the product or services should be the customize, that can be customized products or the services. So we have to be ready for the mass production as well as the job production also. This is what the lean production. So lean production is not only, it's about cut off all the cost by making the business more efficient and responsive to the market needs. Next is just in time, that is also known as the JIT. It is a pull system of production. So actual orders provide a signal for when a product should be manufactured. Demand pull enables a firm to produce only what is required in current quantity and at the correct time. That means in just in time, we have to manufacture, we have to deliver our product or services at the time when it is required, just in time. This means that stock levels of raw materials, components, work in progress and finished goods can be kept to a minimum. We have to keep these stocks at the minimum level. This requires a carefully planned scheduling and flow of resources through a production process. For this, we need to be very careful about our scheduling. For example, a car manufacturing plant might receive exactly the right number and type of tires for one day production, and the supplier would be expected to deliver them to the correct loading bay on the production line within a very narrow time slot. That means whenever are required the components or parts of that particular product, it should be available on that time, so that we can also deliver the customer services products or the services to the customer at the right time. So just in time, in which the items are created to meet demand, not created in surplus or in advance of needs. Next is computer-aided manufacturing. Computer-aided manufacturing, this is also known as the CAM, CAM. It is the use of computer-based software tools that assist engineers and machinists in manufacturing or prototyping product components. CAM is a programming tool that makes it possible to manufacture physical models using computer-aided design programs. CAM creates real-life versions of the components designed within a software package. CAM was first used in 1971 for car body design and tooling. That means while manufacturing some product, we are using computer-aided system or computer-aided design for the programs. Like if we want to produce a car, we first design it in the computer through some programs. That is the computer-aided manufacturing. That means we need these and these things and we can produce the product, the physical product. Next is computer-aided design. Computer-aided design, that is known as the CAD. Overall, CAM and CAD, it's a part of the software. In the computer-aided manufacturing, we can control it while during the manufacture, and computer-aided design, that means we are designing the products and the services. So computer-aided design is the use of computer technology to aid in the design and particularly the drafting, that is the technical drawing and engineering drawing of a part or product that includes entire buildings. It is both a visual or symbol-based method of communication whose conventions are particular to a specific technical field. In short, computer-aided design and computer-aided manufacturing, it is interrelated. While manufacturing something, we need to design it first. So for that purpose, we are using some softwares that is known as the computer-aided design, and through the CAM, we can control the manufacturing of the products. Next is e-supply chain. E-supply chain, first of all, we need to understand what is supply chain management. So the supply chain management is the management of the flow of goods and services that involves the movement and the storage of the raw material. As the name indicates, supply chain management. That means the flow of the goods and services. Flow of the goods and services, that is the supply chain. That involves the movement and the storage of the raw material, work in progress inventory or the finished goods from point of origin to the point of consumption. Right? Now the supply chain management is the management of supply chain from the suppliers to final customers, reduces the cost of transportation, warehousing and distribution throughout the supply chain. But SCM was a traditional concept. Yes, SCM was the traditional concept. Now it is being replaced by the ESM. ESCM, that means electronically supply chain management. It is a series of internet and enabled value adding activities to guarantee products created by a manufacturing process can eventually meet customer requirement and realize returns on investment. Supply chain have advanced in the last 2 decades with improved efficiency, agility and accuracy. The recent advancement of internet technology has brought more powerful support to improving supply chain performance. In this context, e-supply chain management becomes a new term that distinguishes itself by net-centric and real-time features from traditional supply chain management. Like in supply chain management, we can notice the flow of the goods and services, that the flow of the goods and services from the origin to the point of the consumption. That means the raw material, when we going to purchase the raw material, till the finished product is received by the customer. But with the help of the e-supply chain, we can say that with the help of the internet, we can also monitor it, the flow of the material or flow of the goods or the services from the first point, that is the purchasing of the raw material, till it delivered to the final customers. So we can also catch or monitor our product and services at every steps. So this is the e-supply chain management. Next is enterprise resource planning. Enterprise resource planning, it is an enterprise-wide information system designed to coordinate all the resources, information and activities needed to complete business processes such as order fulfillment or billing. Enterprise resource planning, that means, as the name indicates, enterprise resource planning. Whatever the resources are required for the enterprise or for the business, we have to plan it. So it is the coordination. So enterprise resource planning, in which we have to coordinate all the resources or the information or the activities which is required to complete the business process. That is the enterprise resource planning. The whole activities which are required to run a business or the enterprise, till from the planning till it when we given it to the customers. So this is what the enterprise resource planning. We have to plan all the resources or the activities that is required to run a enterprise. Environmental issues. Today's production managers are concerned more and more with the pollution control and waste disposal, which are key issues in protection of environment and social responsibility. There is increasing emphasis on reducing waste, recycling waste, using less toxic chemicals and using biodegradable materials for packaging. Nowadays, what we can do, we are using the environmental friendly packaging also. So we're making it the concern that we have to produce that kind of products or services, or the packaging of the products and packaging of the products should be like this, that it would be environmental friendly, because we have to control the pollution also, and the waste and disposal of these are the key issues nowadays. So being a good citizen, we have to keep the emphasis on the this side also, that the waste should be reduced. We can easily recycle the waste and don't make the toxic chemicals. We have to go for the biodegradable materials, the packaging that should be environmental friendly.